So Cinammon will help you manage all those. And it's not cast in stone. We could keep improving it every day. Keep improving, keep modifying it, keep adding few things as and when the market needs or shows the real need for these modules. Among this, as I log in, like I mentioned last week, um, the number one thing that you will need as a a multi-purpose cooperative is member management, and Cinammon does it, gives it really justice. Member management, your members or your cooperative members are these clients. So when I'm giving you a dashboard of this is super administrator. So the super administrator has rights of the treasurer, has rights of the loans committee, has rights of the basically, because this is a demo for demo purposes. And maybe if we are to go, maybe if we are to go further, we can set you a demo for you people only, a demo for you people, and we can customize it as you go along. So because this is general, then in there you can set your loans committee, you can set but this is general. So me, who is the administrator, the super administrator, has all those rules. That's why I can apply for a loan. Someone can apply for a loan, and I approve a loan. I disburse, and no, I approve application. I approve the loan and disburse because I'm a super administrator. This system will manage your clients properly, and there is this. See if I can move this a bit. Okay. So these are your members. This is what the treasurer sees as they are logged in, and they can always delve into to see who my clients are, who the clients of the cooperative society or cooperative are. Maybe this is Dixon Mushavi, and this is his account. He has his identifications. You can put ID, the type, is here staff, his date of birth, gender, basically all the KYCs here. Activation date, you can always add this. You can change his status from active to any status that because there are many status here. He could be active, inactive, closed, deceased, or even pending. So it's then his identification. You can add this as he have his ID. The next of kin. Last week, I don't know if I told you that there is a circle where one member passed on, and they three people came to claim the money, and the circle was thrown in between on who to give the money. But if there's a next of kin here, there are no questions to answer. Then login details, and files. Now on login details, because okay, you being a cooperative, you might find there are people who are just saving, and you don't want them to access the system. But for you, you just want for the treasurer to view and manage people's accounts without them having access to the system. There can be such accounts, for example. So here, you only activate someone, you add them as a user when you want to give them access to the system. Otherwise, you will continue working on your system. You see their savings, you see their balances. You continue working on them, and you only activate when you have when you deem fit to give them their logins. Once you give them their logins, they're going to get the username and the password and the link to their dashboard. So now you've given the member access to the dashboard to see or to see their worth, to see their savings, even to apply for a loan, even to see some reports, depending on what kind of reports you want members to see. So these are files you can, if there are any files that you think you need to upload to Dixon's file, Dixon's account, it is fine. You can still upload them. Uh, Viewing. I've just given you a view of the members, and of course you can see all these members now. Since you have many, you will import, you will download the template here. After downloading this template, you will feed in your members. After feeding in your members, you will upload, and after uploading, all of them will be uploaded. They want to be active. You activate only one by one. So the system provides for bulk uploads of members. We are now working on bulk uploads of loans. Maybe if someone want to ask, what if we've been giving out loans for this period? Can you do bulk uploads of loans? Yes, we are working on that right now. So these are your members. You can add one member, you can add many, you can search for a member, and this is your demo. You can create a single client, and in this there is communication. Communication. This is where you set your campaigns, where you set your notifications, monthly reminders. Are there people who pay mandatory, or do you just remind people and those who want pay, for example, or is it mandatory? What time does the monthly reminder go? You set the date for the monthly. You set the date for the monthly reminders. For example, you can see here. Uh, Let me first go back. Let me just add the campaign. When you're adding campaign, maybe campaign name can be monthly reminders, campaign type, email or SMS. This system has an SMS engine embedded into it. So if you want an SMS, you can do a direct or schedule. An email, if it's an email, a trigger type is a schedule. If it is a schedule, then the schedule date, the schedule time, frequency, it could be one every month. So if you go out on the same date every month, but who are you sending it to? Are you sending it to active clients, or are you sending it to people who have birthdays on this month? Are you sending it to people who have loans areas? So you set all the rules here. You set the subject. You see the description. Is it active immediately? Yes. If it's active, then once you save, you'll have your campaign going out to the category of people that you want it to go to at the right time you set. And we do this because these messages keep the circles, keep the cooperatives vibrant. When members once in a while receive notification from them, even if it's automated, but at least you've thought about them. Then you can manage SMS gateways. Then let me move to loans, because the most critical things of this system is membership, loans, and savings. So I'll first tackle those: membership, loans, and savings. If you go to loans, yes, you can view the loans here. Yes, you can view the loans. If you view the loans, for example, let me see Dixon Chavez's loan is Dixon Chavez's loan is here. You can make a payment to this loan. You can make a disbursement. You can change a loans officer if you have them. You can add the charge. You can waive interest. and you can write off a loan or reschedule a loan. I'm seeing all this because I'm the super administrator. But if you're just a loans committee member, you might not have the permission to undo disbursement. You might not have the permission to waive interest, and all these rules are set within the system, and we shall show you how to set your rules on who does what, and we can help you through that process. But as you can see, this is Dixon Mshawi's loan. The interest is this, depending on the club rules. The loan purpose is capital fund. I'm funding the loan from, I think, from my savings. What was applied for is 10, approved is this, and disbursed is this. The the loan provides for full amortization, So, and with this, this is my loan is full amortization, and I can you can see what dates I'm paying what depending on the interest, and because we know you need to communicate to your members, you can, well, they can also steal this, but if you want to print, you can still print this. This is my print preview of my loan. If you want to download as a PDF, you can download this. Uh, the loan repayment schedule is here. So essentially, we are giving you a banking platform which even gives you statements, which gives you statements for your members. Then these are my transactions. The charges, you can add a charge, you can check files, you can add collateral, guarantors. Now we just automated one big circle, one staff circle, and they have guarantors. So for them, if you have if you're borrowing and you're borrowing money which is more than a percentage of what you have, you get a guarantor. Now the guarantor, the system cannot allow you uh, to proceed if you've not put any guarantor, not put in any guarantor into the system. I mean, yes, and actually for them they select you select up to two guarantors. So if Dixon is borrowing 2 million and needs guaranteeing worth 1 million, and he wants two people to issue and to do 0.5, he will select those two people, and they'll be notified. They'll be notified that Dixon has selected you as a guarantor. Please click here to approve that you're going to guarantee that you're going to be his guarantor. So we are trying to automate this process so that by the time the loan reaches the loans committee, the guarantors are sorted, and they have the savings there already. If it is collateral, they've uploaded collateral, and maybe that's another step for due diligence and checking. But before that, if someone has two guarantors and the guarantors have allowed, you receive a loan. You receive a loan at your desk, which is about 90% really valid, as opposed to, we don't want the treasurer or the loans committee to receive 90 loans when only 5 are valid. Because when people want money, they just say, let me submit, you never know. And when they submit and they talk to, because we are all human, they sweet talk to the treasurer or the person, depending on the problem. Well, you might end up giving a loan which is not supposed to be given out there, depending on the rules, and that's when that's when the cooperative starts to fall. That's when the cooperative starts to have those weaknesses of people complaining, but how come the other person hasn't saved this amount of money? But for him, he got to the loan, and he didn't give security. Once those small conversations start coming up, just people will get disgruntled, and eventually they'll not save anymore. So we seek for you the loans in a way that by the time the loans committee it reaches the loans committee, the system has received for you loans up to the standard that you set, the rules that you set in the loan rules. If I can see the loans, I think I've showed you the loans. If I can view applications, I have applications, one awaiting disbursement, one pending approval, awaiting disbursement. So as you can see, you have statuses of what? Statuses of your loans. You can create a loan. Uh, you can create a loan. Now depending you could be having a member who is maybe in who a member who is in who is unable to log onto the system, maybe for one reason or the other. Maybe their internet is slow, or they can't access the system. You say, you know what, please put for me an application and let the loans committee do what, let the loans committee approve it. Then still you can put in the application and to go through the process. So even if someone is unable to log onto the system or immediately, you as the administrator can apply for him then to go through the process of approval. We have a loan calculator which we can avail, which helps with amortization, and this you put in the principal, the loan, the term, you calculate, it gives you all your repayment periods, as opposed to people getting surprised at how the loan has been amortized. Uh, uh, so I will go to expenses. These expenses we believe as a circle. I mean, as a cooperative, you have expenses, and the first version of Cinnamon did not have an accounting platform, or an accounting module. So, and the complaint was, now we are still small, we are still starting. Why should we buy an accounting software, then buy Cinnamon? No, why don't you give us why don't you give us? Oh, by the way, sorry, I'm admitting some people. I hope they are part of, since I'm the host, Mr.
Please
Albert.
do. Please do.
Okay, all right.
Admit.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, so I reached on yeah, the first version of Cinnamon didn't have accounting, and the complaint was, we are having too many softwares. Why can't we have one which does everything? So we put an accounting module, and they would say, we are just starting, we are just starting. We cannot right now have many software. So we put an accounting system which is going to help you. Which is going to help you as a circle, you as a cooperative, do what? Uh, manage your accounts. You can see this is chart of accounts. You'll have to go in here and add all items in the chart of accounts. You have your journal entries. Then this will help in reports, and I'll take you to reports, and I show you how you can quickly and easily generate your attachments to the AGM report, or to any report. As long as you have all your data in here put properly, you will definitely have your reports. Uh, so accounting and Adrix payroll. You have your payroll. You can create your payroll. You can manage your payroll items. You can manage payroll templates. And I'm doing this to show you how complex or how extensive the system has been developed to help an informal, or to help a cooperative, a circle, or a group of people who want to save together, to be able to manage with ease. And you can see, if you're adding your payroll, there's currency, and we also have multi currency in here, so you can set whichever currency you want. You can add your payroll, the payroll items, the templates, so that next time if you want to add an item or a payroll item, you just select from a template. Uh, and by the way, we shall create for you a specific demo for you. We customize it for you, send it to you. You put in your demo data, and you tinker with the system, and you see how it works. You put in your people. You can say, maybe let's set up a committee of 7 people to test. Then we can do that and send it to you by end of day tomorrow. You log in there, you take your time and tinker with the system and ask any other questions that you have in your free time. Okay, I talked about clients communication, loans. I showed you the loans, and let me now go to reports. Like I mentioned, every organization would need a report. These are standard accounting reports. Uh, Standard accounting reports from you can see you have your balance sheet here, and you have your trial balance, income statement. So we have you set the dates and filter. Okay. I see meeting is ending now in a few minutes. Maybe we shall stop and sign in again. Is that true? Is that okay?
It said that it doesn't have a time limit.
Sorry, it doesn't have any limit. I've seen
Yeah.
a word.
We can move on. We can go ahead. It is okay.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, no problem. Okay, thank you. Uh, then let me. Where was I? Okay, I'd reached on reports. You see, if you're writing, for example, an AGM report, these are the attachments you're going to put, and we'll give them all to you on a fly like this. You'll be able to search the period as long as you've input your data properly. You'll have your balance sheet, you'll have your loan reports, your collections, your repayments, expected payments, areas, and these are the contents of an AGM or a quarterly report that you'll need to share with either shareholders or any other either board or whichever reporting body you subject to or you subjected to. Savings reports, you see your transactions, your balances, savings accounts, and account statement. And maybe if you have any other report, you can bring it on board, and we see how to incorporate it into the system. System is not very much cast in stone. Given the 2 years of development, we knew we left room for growth and improvement as we go along. So we know you'll come up with some groups have crazy rules, like when you don't pay your monthly contribution, it goes to your loan account. It's a bit crazy, but that's what groups do sometimes. So the system will be customized to meet your exact very needs. Maybe if it is very crazy that it's going to take us more time, even if it's going to take us more time, we'll just give you the number of weeks or months it's going to take, but at least you can still be using the system as we improve it to suit your new need. So I've now these are now savings. I think I've showed you say no, David. These are now savings. These are your savings. Now in your scenario, you I don't know if you have mandatory savings, but even if you don't have mandatory savings, you'll find that you record everyone's savings as they come in. This is maybe someone who has a savings account is Medad here, who has savings, and I'm going to look at Medad's savings account. Uh, Medad can make a deposit. No, I mean you can make a deposit on Medad's account. You can make a withdrawal. You can change savings officer. You can add a charge. You can close his account and then do activation. And I can mention to you, this is because I'm a super administrator, because I want to do every other role here. So that's why I can do all this. But in some cases, you choose who does a reversal, who makes a withdrawal, who can close a savings account. On the rules. Then the transactions are here. You can see everyone's transactions. Maybe you can still view. You can view the transaction type, and you can print or PDF. Uh, you can print or PDF the transaction. So these are receipts you see people in banks printing out for you. we've brought them here at your cooperative for those who want to print them really. Let me see. You can create savings. So if someone came to deposit, even you without selecting looking them back first, you can go from myself to Travel Dixon, his monthly savings, savings officer. I'm doing this as a super admin because so I have everything. But if it was just saving, maybe a tailor, they would just get my name, what I'm saving, and if there are any charges, basically we shred it down depending on the access level that you have. Savings products. Do you have savings products? If you do, here this is why you add them. You add your savings product, you give a short name, currency, a category, and you give interest, for example. Are there any charges? Is there any interest? Is it monthly? Is it annually? Is it on daily balance? So you can set your saving product, and the system will calculate for people their interest as per the rules you've set. Or if there's no interest, then well and good, you still do that. Then charges. Are there any charges that you charge? Maybe you can add them here. These charges will be slapped on the savings account every often that you set in the system. Do you want to override the charges? No. Oh yes. Charge type savings activation. So when you this is an example of charge type. When you create someone's savings account, is there an account opening charge fee? Yes. How much is it? It's this amount of money. This amount of maybe 10,000. Is it a flat? Yes. Or we charge a percentage of how much they've sold. So you set your rules here of the charges. Savings transactions, I think I've shown you something like this, but you can see these are general savings transactions, and you can download a template and upload. Let me show you. You can download a template and upload and put in your savings, assuming there is a cooperative, or assuming you have a bulk savings. Like I showed you, for bulk members, you can still do bulk savings. You can download a template, fill it, and upload it, and everyone will be populated, and they'll get notifications. Notifications are critical in this system because whenever something goes onto someone's account, they get notified, and they know, wow, my cooperative is alive. At least they've notified me that I've done what? I've saved my money. Then income, of course, if you have accountants here, I'm sure they'll be happy to see this. They'll record their incomes. You can create income and manage income types. Then I've talked about the loans committee. I've talked about the exco. Those are the users. So now we set the rules here for the users, and give them roles. This user okay. This is both a client and a user, or he's a user only. For example, if you have a manager who is not an account holder, he'll be here as a user and managing the accounts. Let me see. I was showing you the income types. You can add income. Club is this income type. Test, currency, Uganda shillings amount. So you can set all your incomes here, and of course this will display in your reports and in your accounting reports. Shares still depending on how you manage shares. You can add a share. You can add a share to a client, or you can first set share products. So what's a share product? The name, maybe short name, we shall give you this, and you put your shares. Yeah, minimum shares per client. Shares to be issued maybe 100 shares. Nominal price is this. Minimum shares per client are they two. Default shares it one. Maximum share per client. You don't want to have someone buying 90% of all the shares. They'll own the circle, the majority. I mean the cooperative, the majority shareholder. So what you do, you set minimum and maximum. So maybe you can buy up. You can only buy 30% of the shares, depending on the. We made this so open that you can set your own rules depending on what and how you operate as a cooperative. Maybe I'm sure you might find here some things which you have not thought about. Maybe the system can also help you craft them or coin them for your cooperative. Assets, you can still view your assets, create your asset and manage your assets. I'm very sure accountants will be happy when if you have some and they'll see this is an asset name. These are asset types. You can add your asset types. In the interest of time, yeah. So I just want to show you one thing. Okay, you've seen how the dashboard of the administrator of the treasurer is so huge and so big with the large menu. This is Dixon Mushabe, just a member. And in our research over 1.5 years ago, it shows that the bulk of the work lies at the management, lies at the treasurer's desk, lies at the exco, lies at the chairman, the treasurers, and maybe the loans committee. Members are happy when they are notified and when they can log in and view their savings. Like I don't think I have any savings in there. But if I had savings, you'd see my savings there, like I showed you for Medad. They view the loans. Yes, I have 2 loans. Let me see. Dixon has 2 loans, so I can log in and see, oh, my payment sheet. When am I paying? And I cannot see any other person. I see only myself and what concerns me, because this is my dashboard as a member. Assuming I want to apply for a loan, and I'm just a member, and maybe somewhere in Entebbe, we've said as a cooperative, you'll be able to set loan products, so that someone applies to a product without them having to feel into many things. So when you apply for a loan product, it will apply all the properties of that product. You ask for a guarantor. You add the guarantor? Is he a client? No. If it's not a client, what's the relationship? What's the title? So you do the KYC of the what? Of the guarantor. If he's not a client, is he a client? Yes. Who? Which client? Maybe John Smith. Let me see. And if you can, okay, the system will. Let me see how much. Okay. Today, so my loan is pending approval. It's here, and I've just applied for this loan. No, the loan application is pending approval. And because we know it's very critical for members of the cooperatives to know what's happening in their groups. I'm just going to show you when I log out now and I log in as a super administrator. I'm going to show you demo. I'm going to show you the process of the loan that I've just applied. Remember, I'm at my home. Remember, I'm at my home, and I've applied for for a loan, it has gone to, assuming it's a super administrator. This is a loan applied today, I think, yes. If I go to the details of this loan, now this person is a very start, is going to approve the loan application. And even as they approve the loan application, so now this person is like the level one loans officer that goes through and sees if the interest rate is okay, and they cannot save until everything meets. You see, you cannot save until everything meets what? Everything meets the criteria. For example, this value must be greater than or equal to. Let me see. Okay. So it checks the properties that we set in the system of business loan marks. So loans officer maybe can be admin Cinammon. So it keeps checking every step. As long as you tell it check this, check this, check this. So that by the time the loan reaches the person disbursing really, it will find it will find 90% of the work already done by the system. Now, that was the level one. Now, this second person now receives by the way, you have a loan for approval. So he'll go through. He'll go through the loan. He'll look at the charges. He'll look at the collateral. He'll look at the guarantors. He'll look at the notes, and then they will approve, reject, or withdraw, or even edit. So they can still edit what someone had put. You'd say, no, this person cannot take some of the money. So, but once they approve, uh, uh, approved. Uh, okay, now that's another person. That's another person that has now done what? That has approved the loan. So we are going to have another person do what? Approve the. We're going to have another person approve the payment. So now, as you can see here, loan application has been approved. I got an email. Okay, loan application. This amount has been approved. From so you can log in to see your loan. So at every stage, yeah, your loan has been approved. So at every stage you get what? You get. So now, disbursement payment type, if you pay them by cash or whichever, then payment details, then notes, maybe by transfer. By transfer. Exactly. So now those are three different people that have because I'm logged in as all of them. That's why I'm able to do that. But those are three different people that have logged in and gone through. So now I get a message, your loan has been disbursed, and it is and I can log in to see my loan, my how it's been amortized. My repayment schedule is here. The transactions, the interest applied, the charges, there are no charges so far. So the guarantors is John Smith is my guarantor, like you saw when I put, there are no notes so far. So as you can see, quickly, the loan process has been managed online with a lot of ease, but and with very many checks by the system. Uh, I, of course, the system will send notifications on the pending on the loan is pending payment. If your loan is due, you'll get a notification, and you'll have set that during the campaigns. Like this has been paid twice. this gentleman has paid his loan twice. In some instances, we've automated groups or cooperatives or even circles, and we found that their loan system actually even had some errors. Some people were either paying less or more. So, but with this, it's corrected. It's a core banking platform per se, and you won't find you won't find any bending or any funny or any error in an Excel rule that could cause losses to the groups or the corporations. Maybe at this time I can allow questions, or if there's something else you want me to talk about, you can chip in. And again, we shall create a demo for you and send you customized one. You go, you can put your names and your products and see how it operates. Thank you.
Wow, wow. Dixon, thank you so much. I think it was wise to have the presentation first because I had highlighted quite a number of things here, and I've been going off one by one as you were presenting. So thank you so much. This is beautiful. Without biasing anyone, I can say this is better than what I saw 2 years ago. Like I told you earlier, I think I had started my an investment club somewhere. You still have it in your records, the Great Billionaires Investment Club. And I did, but this is far better, far better. Now, just to make a few comments here and questions, maybe you'll be writing, you'll be able to, I should have put them in the chat, but I want you to address them. One, this system, I can see it's online. I want to know how secure it is from hackers, fraudsters and those guys. Guys are out there smart, doing so many things. So how is our data secure for the members? That's one. I told you about the SACCO investment club and the rest. That one you've highlighted. We shall be catered for as a multi-purpose cooperative. I have not seen any bank reconciliation. I don't know whether the system can do bank reconciliation. Please note that. The other thing, of course, these ones I highlighted earlier. The templates for these reports. When you talk about the accounting system, it being doubling as an accounting system or ERP, enterprise resource planning, I would expect to have standard templates in such that for us, we just come in and we add the accounts we want. So what I'm talking about is that if I get to the balance sheet, I know the balance sheet has assets and liabilities plus owner's equity. And by the way, I hadn't told you, I'm an accountant, a certified accountant. So I do actual reporting. I know this. So I would expect that, but haven't seen them. Maybe they are supposed to be done in the setups. That is number 3. Number 4, there are quite a number. Hope you're jotting them down. The segregation of duties, I think you've highlighted that. Different people doing different work. Let me tick it off. I hadn't ticked it off, but I think that is addressed. Now, I'd pointed out something here, but I think you've addressed it. I'd said we need a clean system for a clear demo on our side, testing everything. Now, that one you've highlighted that you're going to do it. I had already put it here even before you mentioned it. So if you get it for us and we test it. Now, if you also have a documentation or a guide that we can use, because some people have online guides that can help us. If you have a problem, you click on something, a menu, and you don't understand what it is, you can always refer to it, and it tells you what it's all about. So that one we also needed. I think that's the 4th or 5th. I'm left with about 4 that we need to talk about. These reminders, can they be individual or to a group? Well, I saw something you were highlighting there, but I think you were fast. I didn't see it, but can it be to a group or individual? That one, please. Then communication to members is key and Cinammon is addressing. Okay, that one is okay. Yes, we need your help in setting up the chart of accounts. That's when I ask a question. This one will be a yes or a no. Do you have accountants on your team? Yes, that is a question. It's a yes or a no, but I have my reasons as to why I'm asking you that. This one you sorted. Then the other thing is about the guarantors. I can give an example. If I have 2 million and I want to borrow 6, and 2 people guarantee the other 4 million, two each. Now, when time comes and these guys want to also borrow, ideally, they shouldn't borrow against that money because it's kind of earmarked. Now, does this system earmark that to track whoever has guaranteed money? And is it a moving target in that if someone is paying off his obligation, so it can also move down a bit such that it frees up space for someone to borrow, especially the guarantors. Basically, it's about the notification and earmarking of the money that is being that is working as collateral in that case. 3 to go. The recovery of loans, is it off someone's account or someone can make a direct entry on the loan? Then the second last, for every entry there must be double entry. Basically, the double entries in accounting. I didn't see that unless it happens in the background. I would love to know how it happens. Then finally, the shares. You're right. Shares are restricted. No one is supposed to own more than a third of the shares. Question is, do you have a notification to that effect? In that the system does a calculation in the background, and it knows that you have this much as a multi-purpose cooperative, and this particular person is probably is about to breach that limit. Do you have something to that effect? And like I say, the financial statements, I haven't seen the standard financials. Ideally, I would be able to see them, but I haven't seen them. Well, quite a number of issues. I leave it to you and see how you can answer that. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me start by yeah. Thank you for taking us back to the other version of Cinammon, and for acknowledging that this is improved. Yeah, indeed. It's been 2 years of development, and we apologize for letting you down then. But we are not sleeping. We are working to make sure we come back to the market with a much better, steady platform, which you see right now. And I'm glad you gave us audience. I will start with security. How do we ensure security? Yes, we have our data and our systems. Data transmission is encrypted end to end. We have encryptions, and of course we can share our security document for those who want to look at it. You might want to know how we secure our data. We can share with you our security document. Apart from encryption, we suit the AWS security standards, data privacy and security standards, and those and that's our platform of choice for hosting this data. That's with AWS, and we pass through the security tests and data encryption tests with AWS, and we're good to go. But also, I want to highlight that security is two-way. Security is two-way. By the way, we also signed an NDA, non-disclosure, with the circle. I mean, with the cooperative. At least that's a legal document binding both parties not to disclose any data. Then and I was going to say that security is two-way. Much as we do our part, we also expect members to do their part. For example, system when you log in with a wrong password, I think 3 times, it blocks you for the next few hours until your IP is unblocked. when you persist with the wrong password, it blacklists you for the next 24 hours. So there are those checks and balances that we put, because we know we're dealing with people's data. Much as it's not physical money, but it's money at the end of the day. It's numbers, and anything that goes wrong with the numbers still impacts on the cooperatives records and everything. So we are so mindful of this, and we've taken care of the security of this system. And of course we have offsite backups to make sure the data is replicated on a proxy server, so that in case this server has an issue when you're working, automatically switch over to the other one, and until to the mirror, it's mirroring until the mother server comes back to life. So as a user, you cannot notice it, but back end in the system, as they work hand in hand, you work with the mirror when the server is when the main server is either down. Then as it gets back online, you still sync, and you see for you feel no change. So that's why we even assure you 99.9 uptime guarantee, because we know people and your server and your users are in different parts of the world. Like for example, the chairman is away. I don't know whether he's back, but when he's away in a country where they are, by now it's becoming morning, then we expect this system to be up and running. So it's working like a bank. When people are working, they are doing e-banking any time of the day and night. Bank reconciliations. I'll talk about that as I finish. Uh, then standard accounting templates. I think since you're an accountant, I request that we have a session and we look at the accounting section together. Maybe even when we give you the logins, I request that we have a session and you look at the accounting section, and you appreciate what it can do for you. Then you mentioned a clear demo. Yes, we shall. And actually, when we give you a demo, you can test all these. You can test all these things, and you can have that given to you by end of day tomorrow. Yes, we have a user guide, and we continue uh, developing it depending on the client needs. Like now in that menu, we are going to put how to create standard accounting templates, or how to basically, as we demo to clients, or as clients see the system, we get to know the FAQs. So we don't want the next client to ask the same FAQ that someone asked before. So we put all those in our FAQs, and you'll find them answered. Then you mentioned reminders. A reminder sent to individuals? Okay, like I mentioned that when you're setting a loan, a loan is attached to maybe 30 individuals. So when you're creating a campaign that goes to people who have loans, it will go to everyone who has a loan and it is due. So that's how the notifications work. So it's first as a bigger set, which is the loan, but then who has these loans that are due. So it singles out every individual, sends them the balance, and sends them the notification, and sends them the balance, that the amount of money that is due on the loans. That will be an email reminder. Setting up chart of accounts. Do we have an accountant on the team? Yes, we have a part-time accountant on our team, not full-time, but we have an accountant who is a consultant on the system. Otherwise, would not have developed this accounting platform. This accounting platform alone. We are software developers, so we needed an accountant on the what? on the team to think as an accountant when they are using this system. So that's a yes. Then I think shouldn't separate if the system generates. Okay, yes, yes, you mentioned that if an account if someone borrows, you asked that if someone borrows and adds two guarantors, and those guarantors want to borrow, can they borrow off their money? No, that money is earmarked. The money is earmarked for it's basically lien. You can lien it. You can lien that money. The system will lien that money, and someone want to borrow off it because it's really securing someone. And of course, automatically when they pay off, then the amount which has been liened keeps on reducing until someone is able to what? Well, it keeps on reducing on the burden, hence increasing the amount that the guarantor can now borrow. Recovery of loans. Yes, recovery of loans is off savings. Double entry. Then you also mentioned that a double entry, and I said we shall give you a section of accounts, and maybe we can have another session with you can even have it with our accountant to just iron out your accountant's needs. Shares. Yes, you mentioned like shares. No one should take. I think you mentioned 30% or a third, and yes, that you can set that in the settings of your shares product. Calculation shares. Does the system send you a notification that someone is nearing? Someone is about to reach the threshold of the shares? No, it does not. But that's something we've noted. That's something we've noted. But on your reports, you could see how many shares have been issued and how many each person has. But now we can put a notification for you, or on the reporting on your dashboard, show you how many shares have been given out, allocated to an individual. Or can set a parameter to raise a red flag, showing you that you know what, someone is about to reach their threshold for the shares. I thank you.